Students need to be technologically proficient, globally aware, civically engaged, and financially and economically literate.
Welcome. I'm John Box, Vice President of Product Development and Support for JA Worldwide, and Board Chair for the Partnership for 21st Century Skills. The mission of the partnership is to serve as a catalyst to position 21st century skills at the center of U.S. K-12 education. Our coalition brings together business and education leaders, as well as policymakers, to define a powerful vision for 21st century education.
Hi, my name is Ken Kay. I'm the president of the Partnership for 21st Century Skills. Currently, our educational system is preparing young people for an old workforce. The assumptions when we were growing up is that you probably had 1 or 2 jobs and 1 or 2 careers per lifetime. Today, our young people face a workforce far different from that. They're going to face a workforce of 10 to 15 jobs and 3 to 5 careers per lifetime. Today in America, we're emphasizing content and memorization, and that's important, but by itself, it's not good enough. Every child in America needs to know how to read and write and do basic math, but every child in America also needs to know how to critically think, how to problem solve, how to communicate, how to collaborate, and how to be an effective global citizen. So we've taken the 20th century model and we're building on it. Notice that we still have core subjects. They don't go away. You still have to know your content. But in the 21st century, there are 3 other critical skill sets that you need to add. The top one is learning and innovation skills. In addition, there's information, media, and technology skills. And finally, there's life and career skills. These are the 3 buckets that we've added to traditional core subject mastery that make the full 21st century skill model.
I'm Rick Melmer from the state of South Dakota. We're talking about 21st century skills with our students and teachers. The South Dakota Virtual High School is going to be available to all high school kids in our state to offer world-class curriculum to prepare them for the world after high school.
It was a natural fit for Maine to reach out and apply to be a member for the Partnership for the 21st Century. The principles that the partnership is based upon are fundamental to Maine's belief and vision for our young people. We want to achieve our vision of graduating all Maine students college, career, and citizenship ready, and to be successful in a global market.
I often get asked why I think the states that are partnering with us already have adopted 21st century skill initiatives. I think the answer is pretty simple. These states realized that they were losing 19th and 20th century jobs. And when they reflected upon what they should be doing in response, the best response they could make is initiatives that would prepare their young people with 21st century skills so they'd be able to hold 21st century jobs.
We must be committed to the patriotic duty of providing the knowledge, talent, and skill for our people to compete and win in the world marketplace. For in this global era, the unskilled nations will suffer, and the skilled nations will prosper.
If we've identified the right skill set for our children, then collectively our mission has got to be to find the best ways to teach and assess those skills. That's the challenge in front of us. Other countries are beginning to include more and more critical thinking and problem solvings in their assessments. On those assessments, American students don't fare very well. We are actually almost at the bottom of the 30 industrialized countries in terms of critical thinking and problem solving.
It's been very interesting that as we look at the framework that has been proposed, and actually that is at the core of the Partnership for 21st Century Learning, we see that framework as critical to the success of public education in this state and in this nation in the future.
80% of American voters take the position that what needs to be taught today in the United States is fundamentally different than what was taught 20 years ago because of changes in the global economy. And amazingly, 99% of the public feels that teaching 21st century skills like critical thinking, problem solving, communications, and collaboration are absolutely critical to the success of the United States in the new global economy.
In America right now, that there is an overall concern that our education system is rooted in the 20th century and those skills that were important for our students to gain to live, work, and play in the 20th century. And somewhere along the line, a surprise, we came into the 21st century. And so we're looking at a very different skill set and also knowledge set for those students.
I'm convinced that the assessment of 21st century skills and the instruction in them is critical. And it's funny, education has a history of, call it inertia, call it some inability to change, and I think we've got to break that mold somehow.
Most of education talks about 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 4 years of science. On the other hand, employers are talking about critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication skills, collaboration skills. The students are stuck in the middle. They don't know how the subject matter that they're being taught today translates into the skill sets that the workforce says are the real requirements of the 21st century.
The traditional classroom has changed. Technology and innovation are changing how educators work and how students learn. Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher. A great teacher with 21st century professional skills learned on Route 21.
We in the Partnership for 21st Century Skills are so proud to be launching Route 21. We believe it meets an important need in the education market. Lots of people like 21st century skills, but they don't know how to get started. And today we're launching a set of tools that we really think will help them. The first is a new set of papers that really define 21st century skills in the context of state standards, professional development, and assessment. Second, it's a repository for best practices of 21st century skills throughout the country. And third, probably most importantly, we are launching a 21st century skills learning community of practitioners, policymakers, business leaders, all of whom want to share their experiences in bringing 21st century skills to their students.
We can make education and the educational process more engaging and more individualized. And we can move beyond just putting devices in front of students to seamlessly integrating technology into learning at the point of instruction. If we can accomplish this, we will help set up students for success in school, in career, and in life. And if we do this, we can change our focus from closing achievement gaps to actually preventing achievement gaps. And when we prevent achievement gaps, we can ensure that more and more students, arguably all students, can realize their learning potential and become lifelong learners in that quest.
Educators all over the world are asking the same question. What do we need to do to prepare our young people for the 21st century? Fortunately, the Partnership for 21st Century Skills started its work 5 years ago, and today we have a comprehensive framework for asking the question, what do we need to do to prepare our young people? We've put together Route 21 to make that information available. We hope that you'll take advantage of it. Thanks for listening.